Hello, my gorgeous soul family. Thank you for joining me. And it's so lovely to see so many of you here in the chat. And I can see some beautiful friends in here as well. So thank you everyone for joining. So we have a little bit of a wacky next few days to be expected with the solar storms and things like that are happening. And I wish I could pop all of your comments up. And yeah, I'll have to go back and read some of them, but I just want to thank each and every one of you as well. Lovely to have family here. So let me pop up this. So for anyone wanting to book a reading before I go away, there's a couple of spots left over the next few days. So if you do want to have a session then, go on over to solreta.com and you'll find everything over there. The potion that I'm using to get through this week is the Vision Quest, and it's predominantly because of a lot of the solar storm energy that's going on. So Vision Quest is a really good one with ingredients of butterfly pea, lemon balm, passion flower, lotus, and chamomile. It's going to be really calming and soothing, as well as help you to psychically tune in to a lot of the information that's coming up to be released. And when I talk about things being released, here's a little thing that I will read to you guys. So with this is by Alex Miles, and she's written Powerful Solar Storm, so tonight and tomorrow. So the current energy is extremely intense. Let me just pop this up a little bit higher. So it's extremely intense. Strong solar flares and large coronal holes have been sending powerful solar winds towards Earth, and this may affect how you're feeling in body and mind. So you might be feeling irritable, ungrounded, unfocused, restless, overstimulated, or deeply tired without knowing why. So emotions may rise more easily, and you may feel more nostalgic or on edge or tearful or anxious for no reason at all. That's why I've picked the Vision Quest potion to help you get through the week. So if you've got it at home, pull that one out of the cupboard. It's a great one to have, not even just in the evenings, but also in the mornings at the moment too. So with this as well, it says also that you could be feeling anxious for no clear reason. Small things may feel louder, brighter, or even more overwhelming. You could even find yourself more sensitive to other people's energy or even replaying old memories that carry emotion. So this energetic wave is helping us to clear out and to clear out emotion and physical buildup. So your system is releasing the old to make space for what feels more aligned. Support yourself by eating well, drinking water, spending time in nature, disconnecting from technology. Expect to feel drained, exhausted, needing more sleep, rest, animals extra anxious, restless, acting out of character, spiritual downloads, also why we're using Vision Quest for this week as well. Revelations, clarity, awakening, time of profound to let go, to fast, or to slow down, ears ringing, and profound sensation that you are ready for change. So that's what we have in terms of over the next couple of days. Let me know if you have already been experiencing some of this. I definitely felt it. It would be your Thursday evening, which was my Friday night. So I went off to the shops and got some more astragalus and made sure I had rhodiola. So things that are really calming and regulating to the nervous system is what you want to be looking at to get you through the week. So that's why we're doing Vision Quest. And the crystals that we have for this week, we have Christocola, which is connecting us into the earth realms. And I also, this little necklace that's just copper with stones that I've woven onto here. I made this about 20 years ago and just found it this morning. I forgot I had it. And it connects to the intention when I made it was to connect to the fairies, connect to the elemental and the elvish realm. So I'm really feeling to connect even more with our elemental star brothers and sisters too. So the other crystal that I recommend for this week would be grey amethyst. And let me just bring up some of my little results on here. So grey amethyst is a variety of popular purple, a variety of popular purple amethyst. Essentially, it's more rare than the purple amethyst. And it was funny, my partner actually got me this amazing piece. And I did not know that grey amethyst existed. And I actually have another piece of it too. So at first I thought, oh, that's really weird. That's a really pale amethyst color. But it helps with emotional balance. It helps with clear thinking, helps with with intuition, and just assist you, like if you're struggling with anxiety or overwhelm. So definitely get yourself some great amethyst. It still works like regular amethyst in that it helps you to recall your dreams. So you can still pop it next to your bed, but it's just going to calm. So the other thing too, has a really soothing energy. It's all about protection, stress relief, helps you also to connect to the earth. So a beautiful one. I feel like with a lot of this solar storm activity, it's really good time to connect to the earth too. So let's just pop some of my little windows down. And also, so I am going away at the end of, when is it? I'm going away next week, towards the end of the week. So I might have to either pre-record or maybe even film one on location. And thank you those that are just joining us. So let's have a little read into, oh, Tina, you're already feeling it. So yes, already been feeling this. Didn't know why, but felt there must have been something going on. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. When we understand what's happening, I just feel that it helps us to take it out of our heads, out of our minds and hearts, and to know that things will pass as well. So it's like bunkering down for a storm of a different variety is what we can sort of think of over the next couple of days. And I see that Lorianne's also having ears ringing. And so let's get into the astrology for the week. And we still have good astrology, which is, it's not all bad news, but sometimes when solar storms hit, you can expect power outages. So just make sure you're prepared for that side of things. And sometimes we have more earthquakes and things of that sort of nature. So for this week's astrology, it carries a gentle yet powerful undercurrent of change. So it's an opportunity. Let's explore it together and see how we can work it out in a practical and a soul-aligned way, because that's what I'm all about. With these shows that I do, it's all about trying to keep in alignment of our best and highest ability to what we're streaming through or what we're sort of, I guess, struggling with on other levels. But it's like if we can keep that balance in that heightened state and keep holding that whilst being grounded, that's the ideal outcome. So I can see Jody also saying, feeling, oh, thank you for reminding me, Lorianne. So I have put the 3 first zodiac readings up. So I think we did Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. So if your sun, moon, or rising, or your Venus sign is one of those, go and check them out. I hope to be filming over the next couple of days and popping them up. So for this week as well, remember to try and keep as much as you can in that alignment with your soul, to ground in energetically too. So with this week at the start, we're going to be opening to a subtle but intriguing alignment between Jupiter and Uranus. So for some of you that are really sensitive, it might not feel as subtle, but this energy, just expect it to feel a little bit like a cosmic nudge or something knocking on your door to show you where you need to pay attention. So it's paying attention to the little sparks that come with like a chance encounter or a sense of like feeling inspired to go and do something. So with this, when you take that inspired action, sometimes it will lead to unfolding things in a bigger way. So for some of you really paying attention to this, it could lead to destiny type energy. So like chance meeting of new soul family or chance meeting of partners and people that are supposed to be in your life. Hey, Emma and Stephanie, thank you for joining us too. So with the next little part of the week, so around June 2nd, we're going to have the first quarter of the moon in Virgo. So this will all be about taking new steps on what we were working on with the new moon. And so we were working on new moon in Gemini last month, which was identity shifting. So this is a time to kind of like get in and tweak that, to refine the energy a little bit, and just put that extra effort into where you know that you need to go. And I'm just seeing a few comments. This one isn't a show for personal questions today. We're doing a collective reading for the week, but maybe after I return from vacation, we might do a one-on-one question Q&A. So yeah, with this, it's all about definitely trusting your instincts, letting that Virgo first quarter moon energy come in just to gently guide you. We know that Virgo quite often is involved also like with overthinking and things. You're fine, summertime, no stress. So with this as well, just letting it gently guide you. With Virgo, they're really good at organizing things. So maybe even writing a plan of what you need to do to action that new identity that we were anchoring with that Gemini new moon last month. And so with this as well, the moon connects us with the South Node around the 3rd of June. So this will definitely be a moment of release. And we know with the South Node, it's connected to do with our past life, our past experiences, even in this lifetime. And it's something, sometimes it's patterns that we see, and sometimes it's other things. So say, for example, let me use this example. If we've got scales and we've got the South Node, or we've got the things that you've mastered, things that you're comfortable, sometimes you actually need to propel yourself more towards your North Node and your destiny and things that you're supposed to anchor and learn in this lifetime. So it might be about releasing things that you felt a little bit scared to make that breakaway from. So with this as well, you're going to have a lot more clarity on what you need to move away from and what you need to move towards as well. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Yes, this is going to be so exciting. So also check out, Stephanie, thank you for putting this up. So she's saying that I look forward to your interview on soul wisdom on Tuesday. So I definitely will be posting links to that as well. And I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun working with those girls over there. And so, yeah, so that's what we're looking at, letting go of. Sometimes it's things that, and with this Virgo first quarter energy too, sometimes there's a tendency to feel like we need to overdo things, or that we need to, get all of the diplomas. So have a look at like where you're stalling, where you're holding yourself back. They definitely are. They're amazing. And thank you, Lorianne. And for around June the 4th, we're going to have Venus in Aries. And I say around because we're in the northern and southern hemisphere as well. And oh, good job, Paige. Good job. This is really, we're definitely in a time for letting go. So with Venus and Aries around the 4th, it's going to form a harmonious sextile with Jupiter. So it's going to bring a boost of warmth, that feeling of connection and abundance. So letting yourself enjoy that moment and really lean into that pure-hearted energy as much as you can, especially when we're leaning into it from that heart space, because we're getting into vibrational alignment with that quantum universe too. So we know that that will also bring in more. So this will also help to open those doors for new possibilities to come in. And around towards the end of the week, or sort of the later half of the week, Mercury and Mars team up to help us change our thoughts and have conversations with confidence. So if there's something that you've wanted to say, this is definitely the time to let it go. And your words have the power. So it'll be interesting when we see what cards come out for this week. But definitely your words have power, and you can move forwards in surprising ways around June the 6th and the end of the week. Venus moves into her home sign of Taurus, inviting us to slow down and really just to savor and hold that energy that we already have. So a lot of gratitude work and gratitude practice, which I'm sure with me going on vacation around that time, I definitely will be in that mode. So it's love, that feeling that grounds and gives us that steadiness. So definitely tapping into as much love and gratitude as you can. And with this as well, this is let yourself be present in the little things, and you might even find that they're more meaningful than you realize. So it's that real kind of gratitude for the small things, whether it's that cup of coffee or cup of potion that you have in the morning, and just that stillness. My sister and I call that sacred time. And she's so cute. She's got really little ones. And if her or her partner are drinking their coffee or their tea, it's sacred time. So it means the other parent has to watch the children. So we now have taken on an adopted sacred time into our house, so that it's not a time where you feel that you have to get called to get up and do dishes. So just taking moments for sacred time towards the end of the week. But overall, this week has gentle energy apart from the solar things, building up to momentum. So there's more unexpected magic, a chance to redefine your path, and a reminder that what brings you joy can also bring you closer to what you want the most. So with this, Stay open to surprises and trust your own rhythm, especially at the start of the week. Pay attention to your intuition with those alignments that we talked about. So if this resonates, just let me know in the comments as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, I'm just sending you a lot of love getting through this week, because it could still have a tendency to have certain emotions come to the surface because we are releasing the past. So let's have a look into what the cards are saying for this week. And I just want to say thank you so much for being with me. And I just love this. I love this energy of all of us coming together. It just is like a beautiful dance. Jody, oh, awesome. So this is the book Jody is talking about. This is definitely one of the much older editions. This one's about 20-something years old and has had a little bit of water damage, unfortunately. Oh, thank you, Ken. That is so sweet. So Ken is saying, a reading with soul makes a great gift. Thank you very much. And, oh, Britt, you guys are just beautiful. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. And yeah, Britt saying, really felt like being born again, very strong energies. It is. So remember what I said about just making sure you've got those things on hand for your nervous system. So whether it's the Vision Quest potion, or whether you're working with rhodiola, or you're working with astragalus, probably not pronouncing that one right, but you guys get the drift. All right, let's look into the energies for this week. Okay, so card-wise, we have 6 cards. So, you know, that means that Spirit's got a little bit of a story to tell us as well. And that is a great point. Thank you for putting that up, Lorianne. So let's fill into these 6, and I'll just show you. So on my desk just here, we've got them face down. We'll feel into this. You might have seen the little alien my partner placed in the background next to Buddha for you guys. He likes to sort of add a little touch, even though he doesn't like being on camera. All right. So what I do feel is this ethereal softness coming in. And with this ethereal softness, I definitely feel it's like being in a flux state between heaven and earth is what Spirit's showing me for this week. And they're giving me the words, it's like walking or floating with grace. So if we can imagine walking through the rain, we can go through it with the mentality of, oh my gosh, it's a storm, my hair is getting messed up, I didn't want to get wet and cold. Or we can be in this ecstatic place of feeling alive and knowing that that rain on our skin is another sign that we're being alive. So the sensations that we're going to go through this week is a gentle reminder that we are alive, but it's a gentle reminder as well to let things just fall off of you. So I will also use another analogy of being a soul infused in the physical realm. So with this, knowing that we came to experience the hardships, we came to experience love loss and heartbreak, as well as the joy and the beauty and the magic and childbirth and falling in love, and all of these exquisite things are all part of the human experience. So just as like this week, walking through anything that we need to release, just think about it and step into that gratitude energy of being grateful that you get to experience things here in the physical dimension. Because remember, the physical dimension, we get to taste things, we get to experience pleasure, we get to experience, you know, sexual energy and what that represents here on the earth plane as well. So let's flip these cards and see what we have. And very interesting, the first card we have actually summarizes it. So with this Princess of Cups energy, see how she walks between both worlds? She's actually a conduit. So there's going to be a lot more wisdom that we're tapping into with this week. So as we said with that little Alex Miles write-up that we read at the start, this is about you deeply connecting to your intuition this week. Spirit's also showing me it's to do with like how magic we are too. So we see here the crystals at the top with the swan, this beautiful sort of crown energy coming through, it's channeled energy. We see the wisdom of the turtle in the shell, and we see her anchoring and solidifying on this beautiful violet dress, these crystals. So there's going to be a lot of things that we're infusing and bringing down. This is actually a week to be able to harness that manifestation energy that has the solar charge behind it as well. So with this, we have the beautiful Aries energy of Princess of Disc. And Oh my gosh, Paige. Paige actually had that yesterday. So she got caught in a thunderstorm and was laughing all the way. So interesting how spirit will show images that resonate. So thank you for sharing and giving us confirmation around that. So with this Aries princess, we see that she has the disc energy. She has this octahedron with the wand. And it's not that a lot of them will have things that come in from the other suits. And oh yeah, with my nose, I've got halfway through the treatment and it's actually releasing a lot of emotion and anxiety that I've paused it. It was a little bit too intense to continue through with the now. I've still got to get it physically broken more back into place. It has moved a little bit. But yeah, so I will keep you updated on that. I'm still deciding whether to go ahead with some of it or just to do surgery in the end. But yeah, so with this, we have with her, she has this beautiful manifestation energy. Just like with the Queen of Disc too, it's all about manifesting in our mind and bringing it down and infusing it into the physical. So with this, definitely, I would say use this harnessed energy, being in this space of gratitude, being in this place of knowing that you're between heaven and earth, that you have this ability to draw this magnetism and to really project the vision or the image that you want to admit into your space and that you want to send out into the quantum. And this is why I feel like it's really important as well to maintain that connection to your nervous system in a healthy, harmonious way. And Becca, you had the same thing. How interesting. Okay. I'm so happy we're here live together. And with this, we have a Seven of Wands, which is Mars and Leo, and we have a Ten of Swords. So it definitely looks like that we're going to be getting hit with old emotional things. So Seven of Wands, you guys know that I talk about like having to fight this off or things that are coming at us. So it could be coming at it in sort of like a warring way. It's the internal that I need the surgery fixed on. But it would be nice to have it straighter so I open up the airways. But we will see. It's definitely not on the cards right now for me, but we'll see. So yeah, Ten of Swords, anything that you're still carrying. Now, this might be mental or emotional burdens. It might be feelings of things that you're just done with. They've come in to teach you about balance, though. So it's not been for no reason. So some of the hardships that you've walked through, especially when it comes to volatility and relationships, it's coming to show you the flip counterpart of what peace and calm feels like in contrast with this. So it's helping you to psychologically build a bridge over things, to realize and represent how strong you are. So we see the sun and moon eclipse here, and we also see Sagittarius energy. We see that this is almost building a little bridge over all of the things that have held you back. So definitely reflect on this week. Yeah, the Mars and Leo energy. So definitely reflect on with this week how far you've come. I want you maybe even to write a little list of all of the things that you've manifested, all of the triumphs that you've come out and over. And we have a Two of Wands. So we're still in this early beginning stage. This is coming up to do with future. So I want you to really go over what it is that you want to plan for future, what it is that you would like to manifest. And perhaps towards the start of this week, with this Virgo first quarter of the moon, would be a perfect or ideal time for this. So let's get some more insight and if there's anything else that we can expect for this week. And Ken, that is so beautiful. Thank you for sharing. So life is not about waiting for the storm to pass, but learning to dance in the rain. That is such a beautiful quote. Thank you for contributing. Okay, so we have a Knight of Cups and a Ten of Cups. This is getting so still and so quiet. I really feel this energy of these messages coming from your subconscious. It's coming from your soul around what it is that you really need, what it is that your soul needs to feel nourished for this week. And we see it going into Ten of Cups, which we know is about things becoming fully manifested. It's wishes manifested. It's a card of satiety. It's this emotion, this feeling of being truly like like so satisfied. So think about like eating a good meal, and it's like someone asks you if you want dessert, and it's like you don't even question it, you don't even think about it. You feel just so perfect to the level that you're fulfilled. So that is that energy of satiated. For me, this is also connecting to that unconditional love of Mary Magdalene too, and that beautiful divine feminine. So let's have a look what else we have. We also have a Knight of Wands. So we're definitely going to be looking at subconscious patterns. So you may even feel with this, with the emotions come up, or with even sort of like a feeling of anxiety, sometimes it's hard to pinpoint. So I want you really to get in contact with the physical body this week. Feel into, where am I holding this energy or this anxiousness within my body? So say we're holding it here. So it's just feeling into it, just giving it a name. If there's a word or an emotion associated with it, you might even want to look up an emotional chart if your body's not giving you an answer. Picking a color, and I want you to visualize actually detaching and taking away that old identity from the body. I like to visualize Archangel Michael with a little golden bucket and popping it into the bucket so that we're actually separating from that. Then you can visualize like a crystalline gold energy coming in, pushing everything out that you no longer need and filling up and holding and nourishing that space. You can also look into, with this, okay, this is like around a lung area around this point. This is around, a lung acupuncture point. So maybe this emotion is associated with grief that I've walked through. And if you need extra help diving into that, you can always do that in a session with me as well. That would be the holistic health session. If there's anything you want to release, physical, mental, emotional, or if you want to ask questions and do a reading, we can really dive into that in more of a psychic reading style side of things. So let's have a look what other cards we have from Spirit. We have the Hanged Man. So the reason that we're releasing and that we're detoxing all of these things, especially emotionally this week and spiritually, we have the Hanged Man come up. So this is all for our growth and our expansion. This is Jupiter energy. This is where we're really going to be looking at it. So think about yourself almost splitting in two, but you're still connected this week. So we might feel the separateness of looking in down on this matrix from that higher evolution or that higher self or the God perspective and seeing the smaller self. Just keep holding in mind the gratitude of your character, the player in this game, and what they've walked through. I really keep seeing it from that point of view. So let's have a look what else we have. An Ace of Wands. So you're going to be given more towards the end of the week. This is also a feeling of inspiration. And remember we talked about, let me just scroll back to what planets we had. So at the start of the week, we talked about the Jupiter and Uranus alignment as well, being that sort of cosmic nudge. And I talked about too, really paying attention to like that inspiration energy, those things that are coming in. Yeah, so have a look into like where you guys are holding it, and it will tell you a lot about what's going on. But yeah, with this Ace of Wands energy, this is that idea that you have. It's that feeling to like get off your butt and to move or to do something or go to a certain place, or even just to like integrate downloads that you're getting. The other energy we have is Four of Swords, which is the last one from that deck that Spirit was asking me to pick. So Four of Swords, they're giving me the words divine healing this week. This is not just normal healing, that the energies of the astrology, the energies of what we're purging electromagnetically. So think about if this is energy coming off like coronal mass ejections from the sun, and we're being hit with waves of energy, electromagnetic pulsations. Think about that being like a storm moving across electrical circuits. So it's blowing out anything that we no longer need to hold in our little grids, our little acupuncture system, our auras, but it can also disrupt things at the same time. So we can either work with it or we can work against it. So definitely regulate your nervous system around this. Let's have a look if there's any advice from Spirit for this week. And the bottom of my deck I can already see. So we're going to pull this one up. Hey, Jenny. Oh, it's so lovely to have you here. And we've got Carol as well. Thank you for joining us. So we have the card of death. So we see this phoenix energy. We also see the Egyptian goddess Nut, the mother sky goddess. And I think we've just had the gorgeous Gisela join us too. Thank you for joining us. So with this, we see this energy of Nut with the butterfly of transformation. So it's also knowing that we have that divine mother or the support of the universe, even when we're going through this transformation too. Oh, that's exciting, Britt Marie. So we have two of wands come up again. So with this energy, knowing that this transformation, this burning down and sort of the old character or the old version of us that's dying, it's all about what it is that we want to build. So have a look at what it is that you want to retain from, things that you hold near and dear to you, whether this is, aspects of your personality, because I keep feeling this is so much about self as well. Oh, thank you, Lorianne. And yeah, with the Two of Wands, this is Aries, and let me see if I can get the vision of what's on my other card, the symbol. It's more kind of like a cataclysmic sort of spark energy. If we think about those sticks rubbing together and making sparks like kindling, it's also in the Rider-Waite deck, it's the man standing on the lake and he's looking at like where to build that house. So it's really synchronistic that Britt Marie, you're talking about looking for land to build a house as well. So this is really looking at like what it is that we would like to anchor. So remembering what we said before about this Gemini new moon we just walked through, that we're shifting into this new identity. So with this new identity too, what is it that are like traits that your character has with this? Oh, Jody, that is such good advice. Reading books that are funny. And look at this. For many of you, we've got a 10 of disc. So this is connected to do with soul family. This is connected to do with wealth. This is a happy ending. So spiritual advice, they really want you to let the old die out and burn away, to rise from the ashes. 2 of wands into 10 of disc. So it's like ask and it's given. So what does the version of you look like that has this 10 of disc energy? Or in this situation, we've got roses, we've got keys to the castle. Yeah. So let's see if there's anything else. I'm just seeing what deck. They want more from this deck. Let's see. So we have the Hanged Man again. We also have 10 of Swords, and we have the Prince of Swords. So some of you might actually need to have a conversation out loud with what it is that you're releasing, but we're going to see it all from a higher perspective. So there might even be a little bit of gratitude for what you've walked through and showing you how strong it is. So these ones are the Star Tarot. So yeah, with this, it's pretty straightforward advice. I feel like it's a little bit of bunker down. Remember, we have each other for support on this channel as well. Yeah, so really interesting. I do feel still to pick from this other deck. So let me just pop these aside. And I want to see, Spirit's giving me the words higher self. I want to see what advice is coming through from higher self for us, from the collective, from our higher selves individually. So we have a Son of Pentacles. This is just to keep sort of like forging, moving ahead. We have a Son of Wands, which again is that Phoenix energy, and we have a Four of Swords. So it's not to physically fully stop everything. It's to know that it's going to be a little bit of a journey. I often see this as a long journey too. So it might not be overnight change, but it's definitely the first footsteps that we need towards I guess taking things further ahead. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So we have Four of Swords as well. So definitely an energy of healing, calmness, meditation. So please just make sure to not overbook yourself this week. So take time, know that you need to like modulate and regulate yourself this week if you want to sort of smooth sail through this. I do feel because a lot of you are what I would say is like spiritual leaders in your community. And what I mean by that is people look to you as a beautiful, bright light. So, whether it's people coming out to you in the grocery store or friends coming to you for advice. I really feel with this to keep everything sort of on a calm, steady, even keel as much as you can, because I do feel a lot of you will be offering support or offering a lot of love and a lot of advice to others this week. So this is your opportunity and moment to really step into that higher version of self too. So let us get a Syrian star card, one of my deck that's on my website. And let's see. Oh, thank you, Jody. So we have the card of hope, and I do feel to ask for one more as well. Oh, thank you, Jenny. And yeah, dim your light for no one, like Lorianne is saying as well. Oh, and Jenny is saying, yes, such great advice resonates. Keep your energy reserves. Yeah, look at this too. This is all about being open to receive as well. So with this influx of the solar energy come in, definitely be in a state of receivership. And I've had this message just the last couple of days about how do we get into receivership? What's the correlation between our nervous system being in a state of receivership? Because think about it, if your nervous system is kind of like overdoing it, or you're like in this state of things just sort of fluttering and pulsing out, we're really not in a state of receivership. We're more in a state of fight or flight. We're in a state of playing out past situations or playing out, where our amygdala is in that sort of caveman fighting stage. So how do you bring yourself into alignment? How do you bring yourself into a beautiful, communicative, cohesive nervous system too? So definitely a lot of meditation. So this one, feel your aura and energy opening to your highest possibility happening now for your highest good. So it definitely seems like it's linked in with the solar codes for this week and reminds me of a little bit of shoe horse energy or horseshoe energy too. So with that, it's said to have a horseshoe out the front of your house because it's iron and it protects against negative entities and things too. So just also watch out in terms of psychic protection. Thank you, Paige. So we know that iron is one of those things in magic that also protects against those sorts of energies and things too. So you might also want to up your psychic protection for this week. But we do have the card of hope. So always keep hope alive in your heart, align yourself and others with others that feel the same. And I would say that we definitely do that here on this channel. And as Lorianne said, darkness can't live and stay alive when exposed to the light. Definitely. And as Gisela says, always put them facing up. Yes, you don't want to leak them out as well. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the reading for this week. And definitely let me know how you go with this, because it will be an interesting week with the added solar activity. And with that too, I will be posting photos from my vacation, which will be towards next weekend. So I can't wait to share that with you. We're going to be going to beautiful tropical rainforest, beach areas. It's going to be amazing. And yeah, make sure to check out the Zodiac readings as well. I will be putting up the rest of them before I go away. And I just love you guys so much. I'm so grateful. So thank you. All right. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everyone.